Question 211. How do you address different learning styles in your teaching? Recognizing that students have diverse learning styles, I employ a blended approach that includes visual, auditory, and kinesthetic methods. Lectures are supplemented with multimedia presentations, hands-on activities, and group discussions to cater to various preferences. I also provide additional resources, such as reading materials and videos, to allow students to engage with content in ways that resonate with them. Regular feedback helps me understand which methods are most effective for my students, enabling me to adjust my teaching strategies and ensure that all learners can thrive. Question 212. Discuss a time when you had to adapt your teaching strategy mid-course. During a semester, I noticed that my students were struggling with a particular concept in my statistics course. Despite my initial approach, it became clear that additional clarification was needed. I promptly adapted my strategy by incorporating more visual aids, such as graphs and charts, and introduced interactive simulations to illustrate the concept. Additionally, I organized extra help sessions and peer study groups. This flexibility not only improved student comprehension, but also fostered a supportive learning environment. The experience reinforced the importance of being responsive to student needs and adapting teaching methods accordingly. Question 213. How would you create an inclusive classroom environment for students with disabilities? Creating an inclusive classroom involves understanding individual needs and implementing supportive strategies. I would begin by collaborating with the Disability Services Office to ensure I am aware of the specific accommodations required for students. This may include providing materials in accessible formats, offering alternative assessment methods, and ensuring physical accessibility in the classroom. I also promote a culture of respect and awareness among all students by discussing the value of diversity and inclusion. Encouraging collaboration and peer support further enhances the learning experience for students with disabilities, ensuring they are fully integrated into the classroom. Question 214. What role does mentorship play in your teaching philosophy? Mentorship is integral to my teaching philosophy, as it fosters a supportive and growth-oriented learning environment. I strive to build strong relationships with my students, guiding them through academic challenges and career aspirations. By providing individualized feedback and encouraging open communication, I help students identify their strengths and areas for improvement. I also facilitate networking opportunities and connect students with industry professionals. This mentorship approach not only enhances academic success, but also instills confidence and a sense of belonging, ultimately preparing students for future endeavors. Question 215. How do you handle technology failures during a class session? Addressing technology failures requires a calm and adaptive approach. I first assess the situation to determine if the issue can be resolved quickly. In cases where immediate troubleshooting is not possible, I pivot to alternative teaching methods, such as discussing the material verbally or engaging students in a group activity. I also encourage student participation to maintain engagement and minimize disruption. After class, I follow up to resolve the technical issue and communicate any necessary adjustments for future sessions. This flexibility not only keeps the class productive, but also models resilience in the face of challenges. Question 216. Describe a collaborative initiative you would promote among faculty at a community college. I would advocate for a faculty collaboration initiative focused on interdisciplinary teaching. This program would encourage faculty from different departments to co-develop projects that integrate their subjects, promoting holistic learning experiences. For example, a partnership between the computer science and business departments could lead to a project where students create a tech startup plan, merging coding skills with entrepreneurial concepts. Regular workshops and shared resources would facilitate collaboration and idea exchange. This initiative would not only enrich the curriculum, but also foster a sense of community among faculty, ultimately benefiting student learning. Question 217. What is your approach to professional development as an instructor? My approach to professional development is proactive and continuous. I prioritize attending workshops, webinars, and conferences that focus on educational best practices and technological advancements. I also engage in peer observations, both observing colleagues and inviting feedback on my teaching. Participating in professional organizations provides a network for sharing resources and innovative ideas. Additionally, I seek opportunities to pursue advanced certifications or degrees relevant to my field. Reflecting on my teaching practices and regularly setting goals for improvement ensures that I remain an effective educator committed to lifelong learning. Question 218. How do you ensure that your teaching aligns with the community college's mission and values? Ensuring alignment with the community college's mission involves continuous reflection and adaptation of my teaching practices. I actively engage with institutional goals by incorporating community needs into the curriculum, emphasizing accessibility and inclusion. Participation in college committees and forums allows me to stay informed about institutional initiatives and contribute to discussions on student success. I also gather feedback from students and colleagues to assess how well my teaching aligns with the college's mission. By fostering a supportive learning environment that emphasizes lifelong learning and community engagement, I support and enhance the college's overarching goals. Question 219. What strategies would you employ to engage a diverse classroom of students with varying levels of technical expertise in a community college setting? To engage a diverse classroom, I would implement differentiated instruction techniques tailored to students' learning styles and skills. This includes using hands-on activities, real-world applications, and collaborative projects. I would also regularly assess student understanding and adapt my teaching methods accordingly. Establishing a supportive environment where students feel comfortable sharing their knowledge and asking questions is crucial. Incorporating technology, such as online discussion forums or interactive simulations, can enhance engagement and provide opportunities for students to learn from each other. Question 220. How would you approach curriculum development for a technical course aimed at non-traditional students? In developing a curriculum for non-traditional students, I would prioritize relevance and accessibility. I would conduct surveys to understand their needs and career goals. Incorporating practical applications, real-world projects, and problem-solving scenarios ensures the material is relatable. Flexibility in course delivery, such as hybrid models or evening classes, would cater to varying schedules. I would also include resources for self-paced learning and access to online materials. Regular feedback loops from students would help refine the curriculum, ensuring it remains engaging and applicable to their aspirations.